What's up, guys? It's sharkeatyellow here again, and as you guys can tell, this is my first video of several other videos I'm going to be doing of Blast from the Past. This is the first deck list video that I'm going to be showing you guys. This deck is Goat Control. Sorry guys, it's because this is my 7th attempt to do this video. It just keeps on getting longer and then interruptions. I'm sorry guys, so if I sound kind of tired and sound of like, if my voice sounds tired, that's the reason why. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the deck list, guys. This is the 2004 version of Goat Control. There's many different other versions of the deck, so if you guys want to search out other different versions, just look up it on YouTube, look it up on other sites, you know, you will find it. Look it up on Pojo or whatever. You will find it, guys. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you the deck list, guys. I'm gonna go with the deck list first, show you what the cards are, and then explain what each one does at the end, because I know you don't know what these cards do or whatever. Let me move this over here. First, let's start off with Air Knight Parshav, Sarah Priest, Black Lizard Soldier, Breaker, DD Assailant, DD Warrior Lady, Jinzo, Two Magician of Faith, Mystic Tomato, Newdoria, Sangan, Sinister Serpent, Spirit Reaper, Tribe Infecting Virus, Yomi, whatever, Book of Moon, Creature Swap, Delinquent Duo, Graceful Charity, Heavy Storm, Lightning Vortex, 2 Metamorphosis, 2 Space Typhoons, 2 Noblemen of Cross Odds, Pot of Greed, Premature Burial, Scapegoat, Snatch and Steal. Yeah, Snatch and Steal. Swords, Bottomless Trap Hole, Call of the Haunted, Dust, Mirror Force, and Ring of Destruction. So that's the deck list, guys. Next is side deck, which is Bottomless Trap Hole, Chain Disappearance, Dust Tornado, Electric Snake. Sorry guys. Like I said, my voice is kind of tired. Elephant Statue of Disaster, Nico Meki King, Kinetic Soldiers, 2 Wangoos, another Metamorphosis, 3 Scale Drains, and a Wabaku, 2 Wabakus. So the extra deck: Dark Batter of Terrible, Dark Blade, the Dragon Knight, Dark Fire Dragon, Gatling Dragon, King Dragoon, Jama King, Reaper of the Nightmare, whatever the hell your name is, the Last Warrior from Another Planet, and last but not least, 3 Thousand Eyes Restrict. So now let's go to what each card does. So I'm gonna make this quick so I don't have to do the video so long. Keep it under 10 minutes. Next is, first of all, Air Knight Parshav. What this card does is its attack is kind of mediocre for its level, but what it does is that it inflicts piercing damage, and you're allowed to draw a card. That's pretty freaking good. Next is Sarah Priest. This card is a 2700 beater, which back in the days 1700 was freaking good. So this card can attack all monsters face up on the field. Pretty freaking good. Black Lizard Soldier, everybody knows what this does. Breaker, everybody should know what this does. You know, just get a 1900 beater or pop a card. People would just mainly use it for a 1900 beater to get over crap. Damn! Just to get over crap. Next is DD Silent, removal, you know, just to remove shit. These 2. You can just play another DD Warrior Lady or whatever, you know. This is just this guy's build. I don't really remember whose build this is, but I'll just put it down below who build it is. Jinzo, everybody should know what Jinzo does. Magician of Faith. This card is really good, and I don't think it should never come back, because I was playing with Team Sloppy Taters, which is a YouTuber. I'll put links down below so you guys can go subscribe to him. But I was playing against him, and I had Yomi in my hand. I had this card set. I flip it face up. I think I get Swords Revealing Light. I played Swords, stopping his attacks, stopping everything, I think. And then I just spammed it with Yomi this, and just got Delinquent Duo, just got me Graceful Charity, got me Pot of Greed, got me Heavy Storm, you know, just spammed it over and over and over and over. It was an infinite loop. The guy couldn't do crap. And then I just got my big monsters, and bam, 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 bam. Yep, that's all I did. So this card's freaking good, and I don't think it should come back. Yes, it might be too slow because you have to flip it up, but it's too damn good. Trust me. Next is Mystic Tomato, New Doria. Everybody should know what Mystic Tomato does. Next is New Doria. You know, this card gets destroyed by battle, destroy one monster. Sangan. Everybody should know what this does. Sinister Serpent. This card is freaking amazing. It should never come back. Why? Because you have cards like Lightning Vortex. You oh my god, this card was so good. First of all, you had, like I said, you had to know what to play. This deck, this format made you think. If you played the wrong card at the wrong time, you would lose. So let's say, for example, you forget to check your opponent's graveyard to see if they have Sinister Serpent in the graveyard, and then you randomly play Delinquent Duo thinking that they don't have Sinister Serpent. Delinquent Duo, you pay 1,000 life points, and your opponent is allowed to discard 2 cards from their hand, so they get to choose. So of course the first thing they're going to choose is Sinister Serpent, and you look at yourself and you're like, crap, I'm gonna lose. That's how bad it was. You make one mistake, you will lose. And that was the beauty about this format. You actually had to learn how to play a deck. You actually had to learn how to know rulings. You had to know how to strategize. Wait until you had to think about the future before you think about the present. That was that's why a lot of people are saying that this was the best format ever. A lot of old players, I really believe it was, and you had to actually think it was the best time in Yu-Gi-Oh! Sinister Serpent. This card is so good because, like I said, Delinquent Duo, you send to this graveyard, he comes back to your hand in your next standby phase. So they abuse it with Lightning Vortex, cards like Tribe Affecting Virus, and don't leave. I think he was right there. Screw it. Graceful Charity. You know, you just abuse it. Too damn good. Should not come back. Next is Tribe Affecting Virus. Discard, of course, your Sinister Serpent. Call a type. Destroy all face-up monsters with that type. Spirit Reaper, like I said, you had to make sure that Sinister Serpent was in the graveyard before you attack with Spirit Reaper directly, because you really don't want to hit a Sinister Serpent. You'll just neg yourself. Next is Tsukuyomi. I already explained. It's a spirit monster like this one. They go back to your hands, so you'll combo off with your creature swap, taking one of their big monsters. And of course, you're allowed to flip monsters face down. So it was a Book of Moon. Pretty damn good. Get over big ass monsters and stuff. Next is Book of Moon. Creature swap. Everybody should know what these does. Delinquent Duo, I already explained it. Everybody should know what Graceful Charity does. Should know what this, I already explained this. Okay, Metamorph. This card is really good, and it should not come back because a lot of people, I've been talking to people, and they said that Metamorph should come back to make fusions a lot better. No. It should not come back because there's really good cards and really good combos that you can do with this. Let's say, for example, you have a Chaos Sorcerer on the field. You activate the Chaos Sorcerer's effect, banishing one card. You cannot attack this turn. Before you go into your attack phase, you cannot attack this turn with that monster. Before you go into the attack phase, you activate Megamorph. Let's say it comes back, you activate Megamorph, send your Chaos Sorcerer to a graveyard, tribute it, whatever, and then get let's say, this card. Dark Blade, the Dragon Knight. What this card does is that each time this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can select 3 cards from your opponent's graveyard and remove them from play. Do you really want this card to come back? Hell no. Next is MST, Nobleman. Everybody should know what these do. This is, this is pretty much a Call of the Haunted. Scapegoat. Everybody should know what Scapegoat does. You combo off with this. Tributing, and this is good because this breaks Scapegoat's mechanic, because it's Scapegoat. It says that these tokens cannot be tribute for a tribute summon, but Metamorphosis is tributing for a fusion summon. Pretty damn good. Next is Snatch Steal. Jack one of their big ass monsters and just your opponent gains life points, but you jack their big ass monsters, so Swords are really light. Like I said, too damn good. And everybody should know what these do. Ring of Destruction. This card is mainly in here to pop cards like Spirit Reaper or Thousand Eyes Restrict or Nightmare, Reaper of Nightmare, you know, just to get rid of those monsters, because it's probably not going to cost you anything to get rid of them. And you target one monster, destroy that target, and both players get damage is inflicted to both players equal to the target's attack. Side deck, nothing explanatory except these cards. These cards, I think people should start taking these cards into consideration, especially when you're playing like the Dark World matchup. Because what this card does is that when this card is discarded from your hand to the graveyard by effect from your controllers, by effect controlled by your opponent, you draw 2 cards. What this card does is that when this card is sent to the graveyard, when this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard by your opponent's card effects, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent. That's pretty damn good too. Except they have weak ass effects. And Nico Mecha King, what some people were citing when Dark Worlds were really big. You know, this card sent during your opponent's turn. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard by an effect of your opponent's spell, trap, or monster effect. Sorry guys, damn. It ends your opponent's turn. Next is Kinetic Soldier. Everybody should know what this is. Wangu, I already explained that. 3 skill drains and yada yada yada. Next is the extra deck. Blight, Dark Battle the Terrible. With this card, a fusion monster can only be conducted by the fusion material. Yada yada yada. When a normal spell will be activated and negated by paying 1,000 life points. The effect of the negation and the monster is destroyed as a result of battle. Yada yada yada. I'm really not going to go into depth into these guys. You see, I already read him because there's nothing to go into depth to, because you pretty much could run whatever fusion monsters you want, whatever good ones. This is just the one that I saw in the build. Like this one, you summon this guy. Once per turn, you can toss a coin 3 times, destroy the number of monsters on the field equal to the number of heads. So that's a gamble. This one, your dragons are unaffected by trap spells and monster effects. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your graveyard. So, you know, special summon these bastards. This one, you know, just go ape shit. You know, stuff like that. Ojama King, I did not put this in here. It was in the build, guys. When I saw the list, it was in there. So, you know, this guy, because you're allowed to select the 3 monster zones, your opponent cannot, you know, go off on you, and you know, you just control your opponent. Reaper of Nightmare, this card's too damn good. If you guys haven't picked them up, pick them up, especially when Windups won the last YCS. This and Instant Fusion, plus, you know, cards like Call of the Haunted or your Monster Reborn, you can do pretty amount of damage. And you guys might be wondering why Monster Reborn and Heavy and Dark Hole are not in here. Those cards were banned. Sadly, those cards were banned at this time. Yep. This guy, you know, yada yada yada, negates traps. This guy is too damn good. I'm gonna read you what this guy does. When this card is special summoned, destroy all monsters on your side of the field except this card. As long as this card remains face up on the field, neither player can normal flip, special summon any monsters. So you play this card, and then you play a card like World Decree, and then you just find a way to negate everything because this guy is too damn good. Back in the days, I don't know about now, but like, if you guys can make a deck out of him, damn, I'll give you a thumbs up. And last but not least, the main card of the deck, Thousand Eyes Restrict. This card's like quadruple auto ban and will never come back. As long as this card remains face up on the field, other monsters cannot change their attack or attack. Damn, that right there just fucks up everything. Select one monster your opponent controls. Select like I said, my voice is getting tired. Select one monster your opponent controls. Select one monster your opponent on your opponent's side of the field. Equip it to this card. This effect can only be activated once per turn. You can equip one monster at a time. If this card will be destroyed by a result of battle, destroy this card instead. So destroy the monster instead, pretty much. So there was no way to get rid of this thing except this and maybe this, and just book it and just attack over it. You know, you book it, nobleman it, get out of here. So that's pretty much it. This is the deck list, guys. I hope the video is not forever, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Please thumbs it up. I would like to get 10 thumbs up, and please comment down below to see what other Blast from the Past decks you guys want to see. You know, Black Wings, X Sabers, Lightsworns, Teledad, Troop Dupe, if you guys know what that is, Cookie Cutter, Airblade, what's that thing called? Damn, what the thing's called with the Monarchs? Perfect Circle Monarchs, whatever deck, guys, you want to see, please leave them down below. I will show those top meta decks back in the days. I'll also show random ass decks that you guys might consider thinking, like the original empty jar deck. I will show that sometime, and just leave them down below, guys. I will show you those deck lists, guys, and please thumbs up the video. If you really like it, please favorite, and if you really like me, please subscribe. So that's pretty much it. Layers YouTube, peace, and I'll see you next Tuesday when it comes to these, you know, old ass decks. Layers YouTube, peace, and I'm done here. Bye.